What it doing? How the hell are all of you? With yours truly, Petra, fucking back with another mother love. You already know the deal. Grab your smoke, grab your drink, and lock in with your boy, because we back with another one. And this one is going to be a little bit of Biden. It's going to be a little bit of bullshit. And we're going to wrap it all up with a blowed out bow. You already know what it is. I got that dank wood lit. Got me a pinchy on backup. Hope y'all staying blazed. Hope y'all staying blessed. Hope y'all staying safe. Now let's get into this, what this quack got to say.
Comments, because here's a hot take. In the United States, about 44 out of every 100 men and 40 out of every 100 women have a gun in the household. Now 44 versus 40 is pretty even, so men and women own guns at pretty much the same rate. Here's the thing though, men commit mass shootings at a much higher rate than women do. Now that we've got that all explained, let's get to the hot take I was talking about. We don't need to take guns away. We need to take guns away from men. Get ready for this.
And hot take it is. And there's my hot take. Women kill women kill children more than men do. And that's not a crack at all women by no standard. But what it is how I see it. And when I say it, that's how I see it. The next one is going to be kind of crazier, because you're talking about taking guns away from just men. Just men. Now, I understand that men have done some real nasty, fucked up, atrocious things, right? But to say that men shouldn't be able to have a gun and only women should is fucking insane. And mind you, this person that said that is probably an American. So they're definitely living, I would say, a safer life than a lot of other countries. Now, let's let this woman speak her piece, and then we'll really crack some jokes.
An amendment to create a curfew for men on the streets after 6 p.m, which I feel would make women a lot safer, and discrimination of all kinds would be lessened. I might actually put in...
So that Jenny Jones, obviously from the other side of the pond, decided that it would be a good idea to possibly come up with an amendment for men to have to be inside after 6 p.m. all night. And one of my biggest questions was, if that happened in the United States, I work second and third shift. How would I ever get to work to support my family? And when you talk about safety, I'm going to go back to the comment that I dropped on that other woman's video. Women, to my knowledge, have killed more children than men. So why would women not catch the same curfew? Now, again, it's a bold statement. I'm not backing it up with any statistics. The one thing I'm using, though, is I've never heard of a dad that decided to drown all 10 kids in the tub, one after another after another. Now, moms have done some real heinous shit. So to say that only men should have guns taken away and only men should be stuck inside after 6 p.m. because of safety and discrimination concerns, as if women ain't out here named Karen. Now, see, men didn't get that label, Karens. Women did. And I'll be honest, in my lifetime, I've probably met the same amount of racist men that I've met racist women. And when it comes to a safety thing, England, where Jenny Jones is from, somewhere in the UK, you don't have any guns, can't carry knives. So how much more safer do you think it could get? Granted, it's not very safe, but let's play to the game that you want it to be. What about the men that are cops? What about the men that are firefighters? Do they have to come out after 6 p.m.? If there's a fire going at 5:59, sorry guys, I gotta go home at 6 p.m. Curfew. What about this one? There's a shootout. Bodies are dropping. Blood soaking the streets. It's 5:58. Do they got to get home at 6 p.m.? They got to get going? Or do they got to leave a half hour early so they can go to work, clock out, get all their shit, and bust it home before the curfew? Now, this is dumb shit that radicals and progressives are coming up with. At what point do you take away the child's microphone and tell them to go eat a fucking Snickers and lay the fuck down? Because I think we've been playing this game for a long time and playing it fairly, as I might add. Let the radical progressive assholes say whatever they want, when they want, however they want, with no repercussions. Let them say all the dumb shit they can gather, right? And then we'll just sit on the back end and let them there and let them stew. Why don't we just say fuck letting them stew? Take away their dumbass microphone. It'll never happen because they got the mainstream media, yada, yada, yada. But it would be nice to take their microphone away for a few days. Or how about this one? If men have to go inside at 6 p.m., women are allowed to use the phone after 6 p.m. Because there's got to be something there that they would have to give up for fair, right? Women are always complaining about equality, and I'm not saying all women, because there's a lot of women out there that are some badass bitches. They living their life, hustling, grinding, raising their kids, enjoying their time. And then you got a whole other slew of these motherfuckers out here that just want to do nothing but complain and ruin your life. And I'm going to talk about them dumb bitches every time, just like I'm going to talk about them dumb bastards every time. Now, it throws me because I think of how fucked up it truly is. Dads wouldn't be able to go to ball games anymore with their kids. If you took away the guns from parents, hunting would go down drastically. So no parent, no dad would be able to pass that on to their child. Not that women don't hunt, but she's talking about taking guns away from men, and Jenny Jones is talking about putting a curfew on men. And all of that should be taken somewhat seriously, because when you speak this shit into the ether, it may stick. At some point, you throw enough shit at the wall, eventually something's going to stick. Now, Americans give up their guns, especially men. This is not Australia. This is not England. This is not the UK. You is not getting no Americans' guns. And the curfew in the United States, we've seen how that worked out. Oh, we'll even go one step further with that. Curfew, now mind you, that's not in the United States. But it wouldn't shock me if AOC or Ilhan Omar signed on to such bullshit. And I don't think it would shock you either. It may shock some, but I don't think it's going to shock you, my listener. But it's baffling because of how much shit is thrown at men. Non-stop. Whether it's everyday life, going to work, raising a family, making sure bills are paid. If you got a significant other, making sure they're kind of happy, make sure they're happy in the relationship. Spending that quality time. It's quality time with the kids. Now, whatever hobbies, enjoyments that man may have. Not to mention all the issues that humans deal with. Addiction. Per se, like the 7 deadly sins. You got, and addiction can be of any sort, you know what I mean? But in my eyes, a good example of right now, like another thing when it comes to men don't get a say in abortion, even if it's their baby. And there are some true horror stories of hearing dads cry outside of the abortion clinic because the woman decided to go get the abortion and didn't tell them. I got 4 friends, all didn't know they were going to be a dad, found out they would have been a dad had the woman not had the abortion. They were all willing to be a dad to that kid. Now, I understand there's a million different, well, the woman needs this, and this. But the man was willing to take the kid if you didn't want him. All these dudes would have stepped up. But no, you took the choice from them. You took the voice from them. And that's why I think I get a little testy when I see shit like this. You want to take away our guns. You want to put us in a 6 p.m. curfew. You already want to take Father's Day. Claim that shit for single moms. Because when it comes to Father's Day, how many single moms we see out here? I'm doing it on my own looking ass. Your deadbeat is not my problem. Your deadbeat does not give you the reason to take my day. That's on you. And when I think about where we're at right now in the United States, women are all but being erased for trans women. Men, straight white men, straight black men, straight Hispanic men, straight Asian men have been on the chopping block for the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years. No, it may not be all at the one time, but it's going from one to the other, to the other, to the next, to the next, to the next. Straight white men, seeming to be the biggest enemy of the world, are always seemingly on the chopping block. When it comes to money, jobs, power, respect, position, they're always the one to blame. And that's why you have creators that have an audience say certain things like, sooner than later, it'll be almost illegal to be a straight white male. Or it'll be almost unheard of. And that's very insane. And I'm not talking about, I don't care if white people become the minority. I don't give a fuck. I've grown up in diverse areas my entire life. So it don't bug me in the least. For some it might, but for me it doesn't. But I do recognize the shit that's being thrown at me, whether I want to accept it or not. And I don't get a say in whether I want to accept it or not. I'm just told, this is what you are, this is why you're a piece of shit, a rah, 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 a rah, rah, rah. And how many white men have been told that? Shit, under Donald Trump, straight white men got nothing but lashings every motherfucking day. It wasn't a physical lashing, but a verbal one. Every time you said something to somebody about something, you had 10 keyboard warriors jump on your ass. You know what I mean? It's really funny. And one of the funniest things that I recognized the last day or two was, we had, what was it, Malcolm Nance is his name? Debate Ben Shapiro. And I used to listen to Ben Shapiro every couple days. I haven't really tuned into him a lot lately. I kind of jump around and here. I tune into a lot of slightly offensive with Elijah Schaffer. I'm always going to be a Steven Crowder fan, Tim Pool fan, Styx Hexenhammer, you know. But Ben Shapiro basically wiped the floor with Malcolm Nance from every report and from what I've seen. Now, Malcolm Nance went on a limb to say he believes there were Twitter bots saying that Ben Shapiro won. When he said that, it made me think to all the assholes on Twitter and on Facebook every time I said something politically about how I was a Russian bot or a Russian operative. Now, because I'm a stoner, I didn't put the dots together right away that, your boy's name is Petrov. And then it's Russian. Well, they rush into an assumption because they not motherfucking right. They couldn't hold an argument. Their beliefs could not hold water. So I had to be a bot or something that didn't exist for them not to have to argue, for them not to have to debate. It's really shocking when they do that, but they do it a lot. And when I say they, I mean progressives, I mean radicals, and I mean liberals. And I think for this episode, I'm going to just keep it what it is. Because it would be extremely hard to throw in a lot of Biden videos now, and especially where the topic is. But I guess the biggest question I could ask of you, the viewer, the listener, what do you think? You think men should have guns taken away? You think men should have a 6 p.m. curfew set in place? And if so, why? And don't give me a bullshit reason. Give me a real legit reason. Because I'm telling you, if you give me a legitimate reason, I will not clown your ass. But if you come out with me with some bullshit, I'm going to roast you like it's Sunday motherfucking dinner. And I don't got a lot of followers. I ain't got a lot of subscribers. I ain't got a lot of homies that are going to come back me up in no comment section. But there are a few of them. And to those motherfuckers, thank you. Appreciate you. I hope y'all stay blazed. I hope y'all stay blessed. And stay tuned for the Biden bullshit, because it's up next. Peace.